Hey guys, EBPMAN here, and you've been asking about the differences between the two UAG cases that are available now on the market. So in this video, we're going to review both. Let's go ahead and check it out. So a couple weeks ago, we did a very first, and it was actually the first video on YouTube of this case that was available at Best Buy for the Apple iPad Pro 12.9. Just yesterday, we did a unboxing review of this exclusive version from UAG that is available on their website, also for the 12.9. I asked on the survey, both on our community channel or site, and then also at the end of the video, would you want to see a comparison of the two? So this video is addressing that ask. What do the two look like? How are they different? And which one should you consider as your iPad Pro 12.9 or 11 case? Let's get right to it and check it out.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the little bell icon to get notified when new videos become available.
All right, so for this comparison, what we're going to do is we're going to look at first the similarities, and then we're going to look at see what's different. So first of all, you'll notice that just by looking at these cases, it's very difficult to tell the difference between which one is the Best Buy version versus which one is the UAG exclusive online version. So they share a lot of the same characteristics. You can see that the look and feel is pretty similar. The material is similar. The badging for the logo is pretty similar. And if we flip these over, we'll go ahead and flip this one first, and then we'll flip this one over. You'll notice that the back is very similar as well. So you have the same approach when it comes to securing it in place, right? You have the same look and pattern in the back, as well as you have the same cutout on the top. Now, that's where a lot of the similarities exist. And there's one other area that we'll highlight, and that's the inside. So I'm just going to open up this one as well. And we'll open up this one here. We'll put them like side by side. So for the most part, you'll notice that the interior here has the same kind of honeycomb pattern for protection, and it also has fantastic bumper control. Now, this is the Best Buy version, and then over here, we'll notice that as we take a look at the one that's exclusive to UAG Online, has same honeycomb pattern. The venting is a little bit different, as you can see right here. So the venting here that you see right here is a little bit different. Right? But for the most part, everything else right here looks the same. Now, I'm going to go ahead and highlight this area here. So you have that microfiber technology that's going to protect your screen. And you can see it on each one of these. And we'll flip these over so that we can look at the inserts themselves, or where you put your iPad. Now, this is where we start seeing some differences. So as we start looking at this right here, you'll notice at the bottom here has a larger cutout area. You see that right there? And over here, it has just a cutout area that is focused on your micro, or in this case, a USB-C port, right? The other thing that you'll notice is at the very top, you have front-facing holes for your mic. And then at the very top here, you'll notice that there's a pencil holder. This one does not have a pencil holder. This one does. So this is going to secure your pencil. You can see right here. And then also there's some, the actual holes that are here kind of are used to direct the mic forward, which is a nice channeling effect. All right, so here you can notice that this is where the pencil is going to go. So in this version, that's how your pencil is going to be secured. Now, keep in mind that this version will not support wireless charging when the pencil is here, right? But you will notice that there's a cutout here. So you notice how there's right here, this is cut out, right? So if we take a look at this one is also cut out, but this one has a cradle. So instead of having the pencil support here, I call this the cradle because your pencil is going to rest here. So that's a big difference. And then what you use is you use the extra strap to secure it in place. It doesn't have kind of like the snap feature. See how that snaps in? That, if I shake it, is not going anywhere. So there's a big difference there. Now, both of them are going to give some structural support to your iPad. So as I'm moving it around, they have kind of like, maybe this one it feels, they're about the same amount of flex, I think. At least to what I'm looking at, they feel like they have the same amount of flex. So very similar there. Now, if we were to flip this over and start looking at the iPads inside the case, which is what we're going to do now, we'll look at the overall finish. All right, so now let's focus on the Best Buy, what you can find in Best Buy. A couple things I just wanted to highlight. First of all, you notice that the pencil is in place here, and if I open this up, it is charging. So it is magnetically connected, right? And it's going to charge. And you can see where it says that it's charging right there. you do have this strap here that is going to secure around it and keep it in place. So that's nicely and secure there. And then as we saw with the other design, you have this bumper area right here that is raised, and it's raised to prevent as much as it can any kind of bumping happening to the pencil. So you notice how high that is. So you have fantastic bumper protection on each side, right? Each one has some great bumper protection. You have your power button control is recessed, which means it's not going to turn on by mistake. And then also your volume controls here are also recessed. So really nice features that are going to prevent you from inadvertently turning things on. Now, with this approach here, it will stay relatively secure, but you notice how the flap just opened? Let's go back to this. We'll put it right here. Have it in place. Make sure that's there. So the magnet is holding in place, but you notice what happened, right? So that's why it's a good deal to have your pencil here, because if I have it here, that's not going anywhere. So this is the most secure way to carry your pencil, as opposed to having it here and charging at the same time. So what else do we see is different? Well, the contacts over here are exposed. You see how that's exposed? Giving you access. Now, this may be because UAG is planning some type of integration at some point to Apple type solutions. I don't know. But you have a nice cutout here which gives you access. Right? So for the most part, they have the same features. So we'll move this case over to the side. You do have, the different viewing angles, right? Which is a viewing angle. I have gotten some requests to show this other viewing angle because this is a viewing angle as well. So I'm just flipping it over like this and putting it in this position. So now this is another viewing angle that you have. So you can actually have your iPad in this position too, which is going to give you I would say a stronger angle, right? A stronger pitch. Can you use it like this? You could use it this way, right? Not this way. So I would flip it this way, and then this is going to give you, again, another viewing angle. So multiple viewing angles, using it in folio mode or using it like this, right? So that's at least the aesthetics and what the iPad looks like when it's on the iPad, either 11 or 12.9. And again, this is the version that you can pick up at Best Buy. Now, before we switch to the Best Buy one other thing I wanted to cover. So you'll notice how the opening here is pretty generous for your USB-C, and then you have your speakers here and your speakers here. Now, I find that I actually prefer this wider opening, because if I have a wider USB-C dongle that I'm going to put in here, it kind of works out a little better. So like, for example, when I'm doing some recording, and if I want to use a legacy cable, I can use this with this case without taking off the case. With the other case, I have to take it off because this connector is just too thick. All right, so next let's take a look at the Best Buy version. As I flip it over here, you'll notice that there's a change here. So the port isn't as wide, right? You still have the access to the speakers here. You notice over here, because it doesn't have raised, you have the actual microphones are facing upward, and you do have your speaker grill here. Bumper protection, UAG, regardless of the version, absolutely outstanding. You don't have to worry about anything there. Screen protection I didn't cover with the other case because they're absolutely exact. So we'll go ahead and open this up. Auto on, you saw how that works. Screen protection, just for those of you who are interested, great bumper protection and screen protection. So I have a tempered glass screen protector on this. It's the one that's on the channel. Haven't removed it yet. This is since day one. It's the same screen protector. No pencil issues. None. No issues at all. A little different, the implementation here. Let's put this on camera. The implementation here when it comes to your volume rocker, similar, but still the same protection. Over here, you have your power button, right? And now what you have is an area for your cradling of your pencil. So the way you place your pencil here is you put it right here. Now you have this flap right here. This cradle is going to hold your pencil in place. I'm going to go ahead and close the case. And now I'm going to do that, and we'll do it this way. I'm going to just swing it a little bit. Right? It can still come out. You saw that. But I put some decent force into that, right? We'll do it, this is just like normal, right? So it's not going to fall out that easily, but you can jostle that out. So this one has secure connection at the top. This one doesn't. They are both going to allow you to connect it, but this one just has kind of I think a different implementation. When it comes to the magnet, it feels just a little bit more secure. So that's how this looks. All of the angles, we'll move the Best Buy version to the side. are the same. So if I want to have my tablet in this mode, this mode, this mode, if I want to flip it towards the back, you know, I can just flip things around. I can have it in this mode. I can also then use it in this mode. Oops. Let's go ahead and flip that around again. So let's go ahead and put it like this. Now from an angles perspective, yeah, you still have the same angles. You know, you can do the same things. You do have the ability to, again, use it the same way we just saw. Now another angle that I've always been asked for on the channel is, can I show, is this angle here. So if you take your cover and you tuck it in right here, you can use it in this angle as well. It also then means that you could support it in this angle as well. So both of them have these features, and you know, both of them, if you pull on this, now with this one it is not removable. With this one, it is removable. So let me show you this. One thing I almost forgot. So you can actually take, we'll go ahead and remove this cover here for a second. And if you pull right here, this comes out, right? This version doesn't come out. So it is pretty much stuck there. It's just part of the case. But you have the same viewing angles. All right, guys, so there you have it. This is the Best Buy big box version that you can buy. And this is the online version UAG that you can buy. Notice what the differences are. Have it, guys. Which is going to be your case? Are you going to go for the Best Buy exclusive version that has the Apple Pencil on top, super secure? Or are you going to go with the, again, UAG exclusive online version that has the charging area here and uses the strap to secure your pencil? Let me know in the comment area below which one is going to be your choice.